gentlemen, welcome to a special episode of ChumChat. This is your co-host. My name is Johan Gomez. That's Justin Burns, and that's Tanner Tessman. This is our first episode being together, man. This is our first time seeing each other in quite a long time, so three best friends, We hype. If you're watching this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you're listening, go leave a 5-star review, and this is going to be a really interesting episode, man. We have questions from our fans, and so yeah, we're just going to get to it and do a little Q&A real quick. So,
good to be back. Miss the homies. Good drive over here with Johan.
don't have my license, so
It's been a minute,
Probably
just
get
seeing
them all right.
Johan in the moment in the car.
that's not right. And we're not going to talk about that, but so it's been a good couple days just seeing the homies,
Already back. It's like been an hour, and it's already been pretty dang eventful.
Very eventful, but it's been good, Currently moving out of this apartment into a new one, so everything's everywhere. But we're just glad to have the couch, chilling.
Couch talk.
Yeah, about to do some Q&A.
Yeah, like Johan said, Q&A episode. So
Let's
we
get
asked
it
you
rolling.
guys to send us questions, and you did. So thank you to everyone who's sent us questions in.
If we can't get to every question, just we'll do another episode shortly for you guys, depending on how this one does. But yeah, we're gonna try to talk about the most interesting ones.
I see Johan's been taking some tips on the hair, though.
Yeah, it definitely needs to grow out. But anyway, go ahead, Jensen. You got first.
Patrick Despain asked me, "What do you miss most about high school / high school sports?" And everyone can answer this. Yeah, everyone can answer.
For high school in general, we can.
High school.
We,
And high
no,
school.
none of us played high school sports.
None of us played high school sports. We were all playing for FC Dallas, and you can't play for your high school if that's the case. Going to football games was fun though. The boys in this.
Well, me. Is it gonna turn off?
Is it gonna turn off?
Me and Tanner went to the same high school. Justin didn't.
Yeah, me and Johan went to the same high school, so it's pretty cool to go to the same high school as your teammates. Like just in general, like the whole team bonded together, doing different things. But we tried to get Jett to come over. His mom said,
I tried to come over.
"Shout out his mom."
Shout out Jennifer,
Because
actually.
we had the conversation.
In the car. It was in the car.
Yeah, we
Were
had
you
the
in car or
conversation.
I
no?
don't think I was there.
No, it was you, Eris, Cameron,
Cameron
and
for sure.
And Carson was there too.
Yeah, the
And
thing was,
I wasn't on the team yet.
yeah, if he made the academy team, his mom said, I don't know if it was a promise or not, but his
She
mom,
said it in the car. I'm
Yeah,
assuming it was.
his mom said that if he makes the academy team, then he can come to Lone Star. So when Judd made the academy team, we were like, oh, dope, he's going to come to Lone Star. So summer of what, 17, 18?
Yeah.
Summer of 17.
17.
Summer of 17.
Yeah, we were like, yo, Judd, are you coming or whatever? And he's like, nah, I can't. My parents, they want me to stay in Argyle. And we're like, bruh. It's like,
I want to go
and
to
then we,
Lone Star so bad.
but we thought about it and we are like, that's actually good. Because if Judd came, he'd be the laughing stock of the whole school.
That's so cap.
So we were
bro.
like, it's cool if Judd
That's not-
stays.
that's not
'Cause
true.
it-
Yeah, low-key, the FC Dallas stock would go down if Jetson came.
Exactly.
think
Everybody,
it
nobody
raised.
would like us. We wouldn't have friends.
That's not true at all.
That's
I'm
disappointing.
gonna cut this first of all. What you guys are so. hyped
Yo,
to
actually,
get this going,
shout out.
I
I'm
think
gonna send Jett a clip so we can pop it up there. That's a clip of me and Tanner. Me sleeping in class while Tanner watching Netflix in class. We had physics last year together.
Oh yeah.
so
Physics.
Lone Star probably wasn't the best school.
Cheating
so
gang.
maybe it's a good thing I didn't.
What did you say? Cheat game?
Gonna go there.
We didn't cheat.
I miss you, Patrick.
Shout out Derek. Shout out Derek.
Shout out Derek.
Shout out
Yo,
Derek.
Derek.
Derek's the man.
I miss you, Patrick Despain. That's what I miss about high school.
All right. Next question. Lily Todd. What keeps you grounded / humble through your
Just
success?
saw that.
So what y'all got for that?
What'd you say?
Lily Todd said, what keeps you grounded / humble through your success? I think honestly for me, just knowing that I'm not at the top yet. Like there's always somebody better. And I get humbled every day in training, whether it be with the 19s, 17s, whoever I'm training with, there's always somebody that gives me a little challenge. And I take on those challenges and keep moving forward. But definitely each day humbling, knowing that other people are better than me, trying to get better.
I feel like Tanner's a humble person. That was an overly humble statement, if that's possible. He acted like he said if it was with the 19s or 17s, acting like he trains with the 19s anymore. He is strictly first team. He is strictly
That's
a
so
first team
false.
player. He only
19s.
trains with the MLS team. So yeah. How do you feel?
Currently don't.
Well, I mean nobody's training.
Me? I think the journey humbled me because it could be taken away in an instant.
That's facts, yeah.
I mean, you should never be too comfortable about where you are because, like Tanner said, someone's better could come take your spot.
Yeah, that's facts.
For me, it's just knowing that I've had a lot of ups and downs in my career, so it's just you know, like Jett said, one day you can have it all, and one day you can't. So just gotta stay humble because you never know what's gonna happen. You might be cocky, and then some person you're talking down on, next day they're above you. So just gotta stay humble.
Yeah, we're good. You got a question?
Yeah. I got a couple questions that I can.
Hey, we really appreciate y'all's questions, by the way.
Yeah, shout out
Except
to all
for
y'all.
you, Joel.
Yeah, Joel.
Don't appreciate your
Just
questions.
personally ask us, man.
You know us.
You have our Snapchats.
So Lucas Gomez, an 03 who actually plays for Porto, said, shout out him. How's it to play in Europe? Is it a big difference from the U.S.? Not really, honestly. I think Dallas set me up pretty well. I tell them all the time. I feel like they could do what I'm doing. They could play abroad. The biggest difference is just the culture. Let me fix that.
I don't know if it's gonna turn off or not.
It definitely would, I think.
It's just the culture in general, and just the playing style and how serious people take it, because it's a lifestyle over there. So that's the only difference. And every day is a competition for your life, basically. So that's the main difference.
Yeah, I definitely wish the U.S. had the culture of different European countries, even South American countries. I just wish the U.S. had the culture of
It's
soccer.
hard though, because a lot of us like grow up like good, like
Yeah.
we don't grow up necessarily rich,
Soccer's
but we
all
grow
out.
up like good, you know.
Yeah, like
Soccer's their way out.
Yeah.
Over there. Johan,
Shout out Lucas.
Johan Gomez,
Who's that?
that was you, said, "How did you get to be so ugly?" I think this is a question for Tanner.
I think that's a question for your parents.
Wow. That is facts though, because they made him. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
They gave you the ugly genes.
It's weird though.
First of all, I'm not ugly. I
your
consider
brothers are
myself
cute though.
pretty
That's the weird
attractive.
part. Beckham and
Hutch.
Hutch are
brothers.
actually cute. They're cuties.
I'm attractive.
To the blind eye.
What does that even mean?
To someone who's blind, I think.
Yeah.
You could be attracted.
Joel, I'll just skip that. Joel asked, "How many cowboy hats do you own?" 4.
Good question.
Hold on, there's a follow-up to that. How much did your hat cost? One of mine cost $130, another one $500, another one $50, and another one $100. There you go.
Dude, that's some big bucks on a cowboy hat.
Nice hat.
500.
Yeah, it's a nice felt. It's American hat. Shout out American Hat Co.
When do you wear that?
Sponsor us.
In the winter, it's a felt.
You actually wear it?
Yeah.
$500 hat.
Yeah, I bought a $500 hat. I'm gonna wear it.
Dude, that is
Red satin inlay from American Hat Co. in Bowie, Texas. Hook me up with a sponsor.
Next question. B
I
Pickett.
spent $500 on a hat.
Dude, that's crazy. All right, next question. B Pickett. What did your debut game feel like in the home opener? Honestly, it felt unreal. Definitely to be at home, to make my debut at home. I know some players debut at a away game, but definitely to debut at home and to get the start too, because it just added to like the emotions and butterflies. But it was pretty crazy to be at home with the fans and my family there. So shout out to them, shout out to the fans, but definitely a memory I'll never forget.
While I'm here, can you ask, who's the kid, man?
Marcus.
Yeah, can you give me a Tanner Tessman jersey?
I've been working on it. He said everything's shut down. I asked for like a bunch of people want to do, so I asked for like 30 jerseys. Maybe a discount on some, but I don't know. He can't hook me up yet, so we gotta wait till done with quarantine.
You got a question?
Yeah, I got a question. So shout out Lily Anderson for asking this. She said, "What is your favorite memory with each other?" So that's a good question.
That's a
for all
good
of us.
question.
That's a good question. Yo, I would definitely say best memory has to be sometime in playoffs.
Has to.
Has to. Whenever we switch rooms.
We switched rooms. Judson originally wasn't in me and Tanner's room, and we switched rooms. And so Judson, the room was pretty big. So Judson would sleep on the pull-out couch, and me and Tanner would sleep on the big like king bed or
He
whatever.
was in there too. Did he send you a snap the other day saying, "Hey"?
And you could rent movies.
Yo, but Vinny sent you a snap yesterday saying, "Hi."
Yeah.
Vinny was in our room
definitely
like
shout out
red.
Shout
Yeah,
out,
I
Vinny.
love
Shout out
that.
Vinny for the guts to send it to his whole freaking Snapchat.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he's shooting a shot.
he was in that room too. He didn't really say
Yeah.
much.
Shout out Benny, but in that hotel you can rent out movies. So each night we had a movie night, and you had cookies past 8, cookies and milk. So we would
Cookies
get
and milk.
Cookies and milk,
Dude,
and
it
we
was
get
a
cookies
rush
and
to
milk.
cookies, man.
Put a movie in and just chill. That was hella fun.
Yeah. Even like just walking to the beach, even playing like the whole team movies, like the whole team events, like when we were playing handball on the field, like playing basketball, like that was all fun. But definitely a memory of ourselves of just like being in playoffs, the moment that was just crazy.
Probably I'd say my favorite memory, even though we weren't together necessarily, is creating this. It's been a good memory.
Yeah.
Something we're gonna tell our kids eventually.
It's gonna
So.
be out there forever, ain't it? My cousin Kean asks, favorite musicians.
My sister.
Oh, actually, we got a comment on YouTube. I didn't tell you guys. They wanted us to like review our Spotify for like an episode and like show the what musicians we listen to and like artists and stuff. But we can just do that right now, honestly. So it's kind of the same thing.
You got your sister?
Yeah, I pop off on Apple Music though, but I haven't. I just been browsing like top 100 global and top 100. I like UK because they got the beats, but
Grunge.
just different. I don't really know.
Yo, are y'all Spotify or Apple Music listeners to our listeners? Because I'm a Spotify guy myself.
I got Apple Music. I got it. It was like $5 off because I'm a student.
Okay.
I like AJ Tracy.
AJ Tracy's nice with it.
I don't know. I'm trying to look. Recently added.
Why does it keep going dim?
I don't know. The Baby, obviously, he popped off on the
Blame It On Baby.
I like the Rockstar one.
It's like a TikTok song.
Yeah.
You don't have TikTok.
I don't have TikTok, but I don't know. I have my main one is Kodak Black. Always been a Kodak fan.
It's always been Kodak. Man.
So it's been Kodak, but right now I'm kind of in the UK vibes, just kind of a dirty garage kind of. Don't know.
Is dirty garage like a term?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I really
dirty
don't know.
music.
If dirty
like
garage is
pop,
a term, music will
hip-hop.
pop the definition up
like
right
dirty
there. If
garage
it's
is
not,
like
that's a
UK.
neck. But actually another good memory of us I think would be just like vibing, just jamming. Like every time we get in the car.
Especially when we drove back from was it
Oh.
Austin?
Houston,
Houston,
Texans. Me, Cameron, you, and it was
you
your
played
dad.
all your
good.
music, and then we played Judd's songs.
I forgot about that. We stopped at that barbecue joint.
Yes, bro. We
My
had
dad
we had
was-
gas the whole way back, bro. It was stinky, bro.
Yo,
You guys were farting the whole time. My dad kept on rolling down the window. He's like,
the memories popped up like a couple weeks ago. Did y'all see him?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, but that was a good
that
time.
was funny, bro. You guys played my song.
Bro, we played a song what was your name?
No,
Skittles.
Skittles, bro.
Skittles, and it was so trash. His dad was so disappointed.
His dad didn't know he had the
Shout
song
out.
out,
My dad went, what is
and
it?
then so Judd Johan put on the song, and his dad never heard it, and then his dad was like, "Is this you?" And Judd was like, "Yeah," and his dad was like, And Judd already knew he got it.
Dude, you guys
coming,
told
so.
me. That was I forgot we even did that.
That was funny.
Who's your favorite artist? Jeff,
George Strait.
big country guy.
Yeah. Big
For me, it's
country
Drake.
guy.
I'm a big Drake guy. Shout out Dark Lane demo tapes. It's fire. I don't care what anyone
I should
says.
listen to it.
Can I ask a few questions here that I've got received on my Q&A?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
From Judson Burns. Is Judd single?
I didn't know it had a name on it.
Okay.
Dang, you're so dumb. You didn't know you had a name.
Well, to answer that person's question,
That person.
yes, I am. Next question.
I never said that. I got a few questions. Just a quick one from Thomas Roberts. Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Jordan.
This freaking Netflix
I haven't
series.
seen
man.
it. It's Netflix. It's on
It
Netflix.
makes-
Not a Netflix series. It's ESPN.
Or ESPN, sorry. ESPN series is just really,
It's different.
It's really just dope. Because I knew Jordan. I thought Jordan was the GOAT before, but now it's like set. That dude's the GOAT, man. And he's a gambler. Love that.
I got loads of questions, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
I'm almost out of questions.
So Aspen W19 asked, "Why do you guys bully Jetson so much?"
We don't really bully him. We just.
That
put
is a
him in
good
his place.
question, Aspen.
We
Yeah.
keep him on his toes.
Problem is,
It's tough love.
They understand the caliber of human being I am. And without these two, I'd be uncontrollable. I'd be an egomaniac. I'd be out here, just in the streets kind of being the man and getting into trouble. And so I'm thankful for these guys for keeping me in check.
Jetson asked, "Is Jetson single on mine too?" I didn't even notice that.
This is why we bully him. We don't even bully him. We just like, how can you not
Don't-
make
it's
a
not
joke
bullying.
about
Oh,
it?
Tanner, someone asked a question for you on mine. It was Joe Nelson. Shout out Joe Nelson. How's playing for the first team?
Well, I only played 2 games, but just training, being in the environment, definitely, like, I guess you say I kind of grew up in the FC Dallas culture a little bit, but it's definitely rewarding to know that, like, you've made it at the place you were planted in. But honestly, I want to achieve a lot more in my career, so right now it's just my first step. So But I like Azteca. Happy to be here. One of the else in the MLS. So
Yeah.
I got another question from Aspen W19.
same person.
Yeah, that's what.
Shout out to you,
another
Aspen.
question.
Yeah, where you at, Aspen?
How do you guys feel about DA officially closing?
Our QA went that fast.
What do you mean?
Like the DA was already closed when we put the Q&A. Really?
Yeah.
I thought it just closed.
It had just closed whenever they did that. Well,
This was
I'm
April
wearing the
18th.
shirt right now.
It's almost a month ago.
Well, personally,
So this could be a collector's item on the low.
I think the DA is the league's going to be picked up by the MLS, and I think it's going to be a better league because they're going to have international competition for boys and girls. The best teams are going to play the best teams. They're going to try to have a relegation system. I've heard. I don't know if it's true, but personally, I think it's going to be better for U.S. soccer. Obviously, it's going to take maybe a year or two to get up and running and find its feet, but definitely, I think it's going to go places, and it's going to be the new future of U.S. soccer.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a step closer to the European structure. That
Yeah, because European teams like in Portugal, we play all the pro teams.
Yeah.
Exactly,
It's getting real. It's a step in the right direction towards that European structure. I mean, obviously, we all have memories in the DA.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Shout
out to DA.
Shout out DA. You know, I'm repping the shirt.
Just one thing though, I don't understand why people shout out DA they made me who I am today.
Yeah, it's like your team made you, buddy.
Like you made yourself as well.
I mean, we do have to shout out the DA for showcases and stuff like that.
Yeah, the showcases were nice. I mean, that's where I got seen.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever we're playing with FC Dallas, though, everyone's kind of.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're good enough
you know what I mean?
at any club, you're gonna eventually be found, you know.
Right. Well,
unless you're
that's
just,
another
really
good thing.
unlucky, but I don't know.
You care to share that question?
No, I'm gonna go ahead. And
Too soon?
Yeah,
Too soon.
Yeah.
Pass.
So this is a good question for all of us actually. So you can read it because it's a good read that one. No, just so you can read it.
How did it feel to play at the Azteca Stadium?
Eduardo.05 asked that. Shout out to you, Eduardo. That's a great question actually because we all have very fond memories of playing at the Azteca Stadium. Maybe not so fond, but definitely the best memory is right here. Justin, why don't you tell the audience? We spoke on it in our intro, but
I rewatched that clip several times, and there were, it was the final. We were playing Pachuca and Liga MX. I had a really good tournament. Probably a breakout tournament for me. Would you say?
Yeah. Were you captain or no?
No,
Who was our captain?
not at the time.
Was it Toledo? It was Toledo,
Yeah,
right?
I think
We had no other center backs.
That's facts. What are you saying though, Tanner?
Yeah, what are you saying?
I'm saying that you had to play.
Yeah, but it was good.
You had to play.
I know.
It wasn't
I would have played otherwise.
It was breakout tournament.
It was
we
a
have
breakout
Judson,
tournament.
and we have Toledo, and we have Logan Moore, which is a
He
player
played
that
forward.
just came into the academy.
That was a breakout tournament for me.
Until the end.
I think even all things considered.
It was a breakaway for them.
We played Pachuca in the final, and what was it, the first 5 minutes?
Yeah.
First 5 minutes, I made a bad pass in the midfield, and they scored.
And then you slipped.
And we were that was a different time.
Oh, yeah.
That was a different time for
And you can't blame me for slipping, bro.
You know,
Y'all were the center
He was
backs.
playing
that
center
game.
back with me.
You know, I always bring up the slip just so I can keep him going. That was another game. Where he does that.
No, it wasn't.
But he always
no.
just goes, that was another game. He never says
No, because it was a different game.
And then you messed up in
as
LA
well.
Galaxy versus LA Galaxy in playoffs too. I just remember that.
I don't think I did.
You did mess up. We were building on the back.
Oh, I was playing left center back though. Come on. And then
Just
it made it
made it
past
tough.
midfield. I was right-footed playing left center back for the majority.
This
of
is a
my
good question
career.
right here. Sauce.
I had a good tournament for the showcase as well. I had a good tournament.
Sauce.
I had 2 mistakes.
Yo, can you shut up?
I'm just trying to defend myself, man.
Nah,
You're good,
bro.
bro.
You had a
You're
good
good.
tournament.
I
bro.
had
You
a
had a
good
good
tournament.
tournament.
All right, Saucezilla04. How many likes do I need to put? Do I need to have on my post for you to shave your eyebrows?
What? Who asked that? Oh,
Dang. Sauce
for you?
Yes,
That's
I have,
you.
I have to shave my eyebrows.
on his post though.
On my post?
No, on his post,
on
right? That's what he said.
Saucezilla's post.
Yeah, on his post.
Sawzilla, you're gonna need at least. You got it. Your eyebrows.
I'll put a slit in mine.
Maybe like a slit.
No, this
For
is
a lower-
talking about
for a
shapes
lower.
and everything.
I'd say.
You gotta do it with the pants.
Should I check his Instagram? See how many
Yeah,
followers he
yeah,
got?
check, yeah. Because
Yeah, you gotta make
he has
it
like a million
educated.
followers.
You
You
gotta
got
make
like
it
1,000 likes.
That's all. Joel also asked. God dang it, Joel. Remember Kylie from the snow cone lady?
Alright. Man's
I saw
got
her on Snapchat.
573 followers. His activities, 26 likes, almost 300 views, 200 views, 120.
Is that Saucezilla?
Yeah.
Shout out Saucezilla.
We're not gonna. No, don't show him. Don't show him.
That's fake.
I don't know. I just wanted people to see Saucezilla.
Yeah, we can't show.
Oh yeah, we can't show that.
We'll say
Sorry, Saucezilla.
1,000?
No, that's so easy.
That is not easy.
I'm
Dude,
thinking
the
at
Chum
least.
Chat audience.
I'm thinking
would
at
blow
least
that up.
50,000.
No way.
Dang.
10,000.
We ain't
Y'all
saying
can do it.
it.
All right, 10,000 for him. If you get 10,000, he's shaving his eyebrows.
No, 10,000 we both do a slit.
No.
Alright. Well, Saucezilla, we just lost a fan because Tanner doesn't want to be cooperative here.
I'm not touching my eyebrows. Except maybe the middle of them.
25,000.
It's a
25,000.
pretty.
Alright, so we'll
nuts.
say 50,000. Sorry, Saucezilla, that's what he said. 50,000.
50,000.
50,000 likes.
50,000, but he's shaving both. Completely off.
Yeah, I'll shave both off if you get 50,000.
Alright, for
It's on
me.
film.
It's not gonna happen.
Might have to cut that out. If Saucezilla somehow that field day gets some blown up or something.
Yeah,
Look at this in my Joel.
God, Joel, keep them PG, man.
Yeah, okay, anyways.
Thank you for the questions.
Hannah Brigman, she's the sweetest girl I've ever met. I used to go to school with her. She said, hardest thing you've had to overcome within soccer. Good for all of us.
Hard as what?
Hardest thing you've had to overcome within soccer.
I got a hardest couple things. I got a
Just think of
list.
one to keep it short.
Hardest thing I've had. Hardest?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
I got it. I'm not gonna draw
I'd
names.
say this past, so I can just answer just to get out of the way. I'd say, Hannah, for me, this past year when I broke my foot straight off a winter break, it was really, really hard for me because I was just stuck over there and I wasn't able to play, wasn't able to practice or anything like that. So I was pretty depressed, but glad to be healthy now. So that's probably for me.
Yeah, I'm glad you're healthy. Dude,
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Start getting footy. Hardest thing for me was U14 year. I was a practice player or a DP.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna drop names, but I was told that I would never be good enough to make the academy. That was pretty hard for a 14-year-old to take in. But luckily, I got my parents and my friends, the boys, fueling me to be my best and prove him wrong. So
And by the end of his career, he captained us to a national championship. Well, both of them did, really.
I would say my as a younger myself, because obviously there's like difficulties like with FC Dallas, but I wouldn't say those were like the hardest. I'd say the hardest was I went on trial. I was still playing in Alabama. I went on trial at Philadelphia Union, and basically at that time, my friend Carter Mack, he just made Philadelphia Union. Brennan has moved to FC Dallas with his brother Jaden, who I was really close with. And a few other players were going to go in these academies, and so I went to Philadelphia to try to make it. And this is just when Atlanta United was started, and people had already got invited to Atlanta's team. And I went to Philly and didn't make the team. They offered me a spot to live in a house, but it wasn't going to work. There was like no room or whatever. Like I'd have to live in a very like bad living area. So basically, I didn't make the team because they weren't willing to sacrifice anything. So that was kind of tough, just to to see all my friends like doing really well, and me just kind of like struggling to find a team, but. Right time came, FC Dallas came, Colin came on trial and everything worked itself out, but that was kind of hard to just come back and like people asking me how I went and stuff, and I was like, I didn't make it, but you live and you learn and you move forward, so I'm so glad I didn't
worked
go to,
out.
I'm glad I didn't go to Philly.
I think we're a reflection of our failures as people and as players. So I mean, to any kids listening to this, I mean, if you're failing right now, if you're not where you want to be, don't let that set you.
Another one from Lily Todd. Another one from Lily Todd. She has two more questions. I'll ask both of them maybe. But I'll say, what drives you? For me, I'd say my beliefs, my Christianity, my God, just trying to serve Him and do Him right, but also just my family, like making them proud every day. Wake up, make sure I can make them proud. The people around me that I love most, making them proud. And then also just my goals, my drive to achieve those things. That's what drives me every day. I wake up, go to practice, and I think about that all the time. I just want to be the best player on the field.
Yeah, I'd say my faith too. Faith's number one. And then what drives me is proving everyone wrong. That's my saying, bro. I've been saying that.
Do you focus more on proving everybody wrong or proving the people that believe in you right?
Shout out.
Proving them
Shout out
wrong.
me. I mean, especially for Hunter Renfrow. Shout out
Proving
Hunter
them
Renfrow.
wrong.
Yeah, dude. Honestly.
So I feel you because like whenever someone
Because
says
there's
like,
more
you're never
people
gonna make it,
that have told me what I
That you
can't
can't.
do than there are people who have told me I can.
Because at the end of the day, you know the people believe in you are gonna ride.
Yeah, I
with
know. Like,
So-
you know, the boys are always there, but I know they're going to be there no matter what. Even if I don't make it, they're going to be with me whatever I do. But it's mainly just proving those people wrong. And like, I love the sport. I'm not going to give up on it.
For me, like I said, I want to give a shout out to the different people who brought me closer to God. I mean, I grew up with in a Christian school. Shout out for a Christian, but yeah, for me it's my faith and also I feel like honestly all of us have been pretty underrated throughout our careers. So
Yeah.
just proving people wrong and trying to like I look back at my family and some of my extended family and like see where they are right now. Like I feel guilty like treating myself. I have to get them out. You know what I mean? Like I have to get them out of where they are. So that's what drives me every day. I want to make it because I want to help them out. So I feel like they've helped me out. So it's my turn now. But
Yeah, I want to make my family proud, man. My family's always been with me. You know, I've lived close to FC Dallas, so when I was younger, couldn't drive. They'd drive me to practice all the time, and just sacrifices they make. I want to make sure that was worthwhile. You know what I mean?
all right. So this is a question from Abigail Nicholson. She's hella chill. Thank you so much for asking. She said, "What is your favorite dessert?"
Oh, you can go.
Yeah. He said this on a live, so most of y'all probably already know this. But for me,
There was a live?
Yes.
was it on your live or was it just
Oh, I see. I
It
didn't
was
watch
FC Dallas Live, and also the season ticket holder fans. We had a meeting with Gina, and it was like 40 people when I told them. You go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. For me, you know, I'm a very healthy guy, so I don't really eat.
Dude, shut up, bro. Shut up.
Fresh fruit.
I'd say cookies. Just chocolate chip cookies, straight out the
Plain
oven.
and simple.
Plain and simple, just like that.
Straight in the oven that's tasty. That's close to
Straight
mine.
up.
That's close to mine.
Yeah.
Joe, do you have a favorite?
Cheesecake.
Oh, that's good. No, actually, I'm changing it. Cookie cake.
Apple pie is
Cookie
good too.
cake hits different for
Cookie
sure.
cake's
Peach cobbler's pretty dang good too with some vanilla ice
You
cream.
can tell Jet's a redneck over here.
I'm gonna hit y'all with two.
It's good.
The first one,
vanilla ice
the
cream.
first one might be my all-time favorite food ever. Is in Mexico.
Oh
Yo!
my god!
See, they already know the cinnamon pineapple.
Yeah.
That is
Yo,
different.
that was different.
Y'all
Cinnamon
can probably get
pineapple.
that at a
Was that
Brazilian
dessert,
steakhouse. They can probably get that
Yes,
here.
it's-
It
yeah.
wasn't Mexico. It was up in the Brazil place.
Yeah, but it was in Mexico when I
Mexico.
first had
Dude,
it.
the dude cheated me out, man. He only gave me because who was eating? Someone was eating all of it. Was it Colodi?
It was
Colodi
probably
had like
Tanner.
5 slices.
Yeah, but my
You had a lot too.
oh yeah, it was the best thing I've ever had. But definitely my best dessert that I can have on the regular is you take cookie dough. Usually if you buy the flat blue pack, you take 4 or 5, 6 cookies, put them in, you microwave it for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and right when you take it out, you want to put in. Usually you can do Bluebell, the 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream. You can just slap it in there, and then if you want to add other ice creams, it's cool. But vanilla works best for me. Slap in vanilla, and boom, eat it good. Make sure it's
Eat
warm.
it good. Don't eat it bad.
You can know that the cookie dough is done when it starts bubbling on the top. That makes sure it's done. If it bubbles too much, then it'll turn out to be like a real cookie. You don't want that. You want the mushy cookie dough. Maybe we should have an episode where we make
A
it
mukbang.
on Instagram. Like we post a little like this is how you make it. You feel
That's
me?
fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
I might have to do that.
One question or you want me to do it?
I have another question. Do you feel like you grew up too fast because of where soccer took you from Lily Todd?
Oh, that's a good question for you.
Yeah, I definitely think definitely.
For me too.
I think it's for all of us. I kind of grew up playing like up age, but like pretty much all sports though,
I think we
besides
all
like
did.
football. Yeah. Did you?
Not really.
Well, I
was
grew
that
up-
Andromeda?
Okay, well you were in.
I was
Y'all were
playing
here
up- I was
in
playing up
Alabama.
2
I'm
ages.
playing up 2-3 years
Okay.
every age
Yeah, I was
year.
playing up 2 ages at Andromeda.
Yeah, so I was playing up 2-3.
Andromeda.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways,
They
I
don't
was
exist no more.
Yeah, I was playing up 2, 3, 4 years every year. I was playing with different teams, so definitely just in that aspect, like I was going to a private school, but like my best friends were like all like in middle school or like just older than me. So I'm hanging out with kids at school that are like very sheltered, and then other people I'm with are like kind of open more and like know things that I didn't know. So I got made fun of a little bit when I was younger, but kind of when I hit middle school, I was playing with a bunch of high schoolers and different things, so they were at different parts of their lives, but definitely made me grow up fast. But when I moved to Texas, I would say I was already kind of grown up, that I didn't really have to do much other than just like keep myself well with food and and everything like that, having a good schedule. So I think moving to Costa Club obviously was really fun, but definitely keep me on track. I had to be mature for sure, but
yeah, I mean,
it wasn't too serious.
I
mean,
think
you
for
just
all
take
of
care of
us-
yourself.
I think what all of us can say is that soccer matured us in a way. Like we had to miss out on stuff like all the
Yeah,
time.
for
You know what I
sure.
mean? Like you have games on Saturday, you got practice throughout the week, so
That's for anything you love, though. So,
I
like,
know,
if you're watching
it's
this,
a
if you love,
sacrifice,
yeah,
but
if you
it
love
all-
anything, you have to make sacrifices.
it also matures you
Yeah.
at the same time. So I mean, obviously, we didn't mind it. We were doing what we love. We were with the homies every day. But from an outsider's mindset, they can consider that, you know, kind of a sacrifice, and it matured us in a way. You know what I mean? 'Cause
That's the one thing I've heard a bunch of like famous people say. Athletes, Kobe's one of them. He said, if you think it's a sacrifice and you really don't love what you're doing,
right.
so like I have priorities of what I want to do in life, and soccer's always been up there at number one. So
Facts.
I've been doing that over anything really. So
Yeah.
I'm missing my sister's graduation, they're missing whatever. Like I'm gonna do it because I have a dream, and if you support me, then you're gonna help me do what I'm trying to do.
Exactly.
Right,
Exactly.
yeah, so it's
if
gotta
if
cut
they're
that
your
out
real,
of
if they're your real friends, they're gonna support you. Like if you get invited to a party, they get butthurt that you can't go. I mean, if you're my real friend, you're gonna support me if I can't go because you know I can't go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's part of maturing.
Yeah.
An immature person.
Yeah, finding who your real friends are.
That's how
what
it's
is
matured
important in your life. Yeah, that helped us be
That's
mature.
like going back to Patrick Despain's question about high school. Is I didn't really hang out with anyone in high school.
Absolutely no one.
It was
I,
mostly
it was
us.
the-
just
it was
us.
I
the
never
boys.
had a friend. I never hung out with a friend that's
No.
outside of the soccer team.
What more do you need though? I mean, we're the
It's
family.
true.
You know I don't. You
Yeah.
know I
You
didn't.
don't need anything.
That's why we're so
We're just
close. We're
surrounded by
literally like
people.
brothers. We're like brothers. We spend every single second of like every single day almost with each other. Not Justin necessarily,
Not
but
Jett, because he was out there in Argyle picking trees and stuff.
Picking trees. That's exactly what I was doing, Tanner. Good one, bro. Good one, Tanner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what you do in Argyle with all the cows and eggs and stuff.
Cows and eggs, bro.
Hey, Jett,
Cows and eggs, bro.
don't let me roast you real quick.
Go ahead.
all right.
What are you gonna say about Argyle?
Oh, it's not about Argyle. It's about you.
What about-
All right, well, let's talk about how I
Well,
matured. So what I was saying before that quick little break we had was I matured quickly. I'm just gonna keep it short. I matured quickly through soccer because when I was 15, my brother was 13. We moved away from home and we moved into our own apartment here in Frisco. So I became like a father figure for him, just keeping him out of trouble as best I could, and yeah, it's basically what it was. Just maturing quickly, having to cook, having to clean on our own, and obviously our parents were there to help. Shout out mom and dad, but yeah, we had to mature faster than most, for sure.
I'm glad I did that. I'm not a jackass.
Another question here from Joe Nelson. Are you gonna go or are you want me to go?
You can go.
Joe Nelson, shout out Joe. He has his own YouTube channel. Go make sure and show love to that. He asked what made us want to start YouTube.
Dude, why did we? No,
What do
you know
say,
what it started?
YouTube?
It started
it's a
over.
podcast, but we're on
It started
YouTube.
over who was the dumbest. Out of
You want to tell the story? I got it.
right?
Is it really?
Isn't that right? That's
Yeah,
how
it
it
is-
started.
that is
Because
the
then we
story.
were like, oh, let's all.
Me
get
and
on.
you were who? Me and you were arguing about it, or me and you were arguing about
No, we were all saying who's the dumbest.
No, it
Okay,
started
let's
with
make
me
a poll
and
real
you.
quick. Who do you think is the dumbest right here?
No,
Definitely
no,
Justin.
No,
Who do you
I'm
think is
not
the dumbest?
You're the dumbest, bro.
Oh.
It's not even close.
Dude, Judd is so the dumbest.
It was
How
definitely
am I
me
the
and you.
dumbest?
We were arguing about it, and then we made a group chat and we added him, right? Or was it me and you arguing about it?
I don't know.
Dude, I
It
feel
was
like it was on
me.
Snap.
It was on Snap, but it was me
Yeah.
and one of y'all arguing about it, and then we were like,
I
all
think
right,
it was
y'all,
y'all,
and then
it was
one of y'all
us, and then I
messaged
was
me.
like, I messaged you, and then I was like, and then
Oh yeah, you called me. I think you swiped up on something and said you're so dumb. I said, bro, no, I'm not. You're like, literally
you're the dumbest out of our friend group.
You said something like that. I
Yeah.
was like, no, Tanner's the dumbest.
How am I the dumbest, Judd?
Dude, you're the dumbest, bro.
Dude, how am I the
You
dumbest?
said go to.
I
Argyle
wish
and
I
pick
wish you had a
trees.
list of dumb things that they've
Go
done.
to
Justin
Argyle
would do
and
it
pick
easily.
trees.
Honestly, if
My
y'all
things
can
I
just
do
be
aren't
around
dumb.
Judd. Okay, this is how we're gonna put it. Judd is very smart when it comes to.
School stuff.
I wouldn't even say that. I think just like
I'm a smart guy.
real life stuff, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Like
whatever.
street smarts.
Yeah, like well, not even really street
like
smarts.
real
'cause
like marketing stuff and
Just like
making
Like
it
fixing
make-
cars, stuff like that.
Yeah, I can.
yes,
fix
but the
cars.
way Judd comes across as like a white country boy, like when he walks in with boots and a hat on, you're like, this kid is dumb, and the things he says and like the
What?
things he does and just like the things you do are
Well,
stupid.
give me an example of a thing I do.
That is stupid.
Okay, cut that. That's not stupid, bro.
It's stupid. I'm saying, just the way you are is
Why
just.
can't I have?
Okay.
I
If you asked anybody
There's only
on
two
our
times a
whole
day.
team,
Yeah, no.
Out of our whole
no
team, if
question.
any of our teammates asking, swipe or Snapchat us and tell us if you think Jett's the dumbest. Jett's the
They're all gonna
dumbest out
say
of our
that.
whole
Which
team.
one? No,
For sure.
Oh,
For sure.
Okay.
that's so not true.
No, Cruz wasn't on our team. Cruz is the only competition, honestly.
No, I would say
Everyone has their
let's
dumb
say
moments.
Julian's pretty damn close.
Julian's
Julian's smart as hell in school. What do you mean?
In school, but I'm talking outside of school. Because all of us could be very smart in school, but it's about who wants to put the time in.
Facts.
Alright, well. Anyways, why do we want to start YouTube? It's really a podcast, but we started arguing about who's the dumbest, and then one day we were like, we created our, like, we would always talk to each other, but we didn't really have a group chat yet.
Yeah,
It was
just
just
for us,
basically
just
a way
for
to
us.
stay in touch.
Yeah, we created a group chat, and then I changed it to chums, or like something like that, and then we kind of just kept it like that, talking whatever, and then
Talked
we
for
were
like a
like,
couple weeks.
we were like on a FaceTime or something, and we were like, we should start a podcast.
No, because it was, I don't remember how it started. Me and you, Tanner, were talking about how Jetson can't pool at all. And then I was just like, yo,
I can
Tanner, I said we should make a podcast about how to pool girls. And then Tanner was like, yeah, bro, let's make a podcast. And then we were like, and then Jetson was like, yeah, let's make a podcast. And so we just made a podcast.
Yeah, I was totally talking about just a podcast though.
Yeah.
Low key, YouTube's our
But now it's like a show,
main
really.
platform.
I wouldn't say like we're just a podcast or we're just on YouTube.
It's kind of a
like we
lot
just
of
kind of
things.
do like we just kind of run it. We run
We
social
kind of
media.
run it, bro. We just
We
do
run
it all.
everything.
We do it all. Who else is doing it?
I mean, we run
Like
Instagram.
this.
Get us to road to 200 subscribers and road to 300 followers on Instagram. Go get us there, please. Y'all's support and love
I can
means a lot
pool,
to
by
us.
the way.
Pronounce your sister's name.
Joanna.
Got a question from Joanna Gomez. What does it feel like to finally be a pro? This is weird because you signed a long time ago. What do you think, Jen?
Only you can really answer this.
I'm not a
You're
pro.
too.
But I mean, last time I said that. We know what
Sorry,
happened last time I said that.
What does it feel like to finally be a pro? I'd say, I mean, it doesn't really feel like anything's changed. Like, I'm still playing soccer. I'm still playing for FC Dallas. I still have some of the same teammates. Like, just playing in a bigger crowd, having more, like, different training players, like, whatever. But I've had the same coaches. So, I mean, it's pretty, like, similar. It's not that
That
different.
is kind of crazy. to think about it.
But it's definitely cool. Just a different, like, I'd say the biggest thing is just, like, the different, like, perks you get. Like, when you're academy, you don't necessarily get as much training room access, like, to go to the hot tub or cold tub or have different, like, supplements you can take and things like that. So just, like, the small things that, like, make it, like, you feel more special. But just out there grinding every day, same thing. So that's a good question, though.
Yeah, good question. That guy, Malachi. Oh, that's a pretty catchy name.
He's in my class, I think.
Yeah, Malachi's hella.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout
hella
out
good.
Malachi.
He asked, "What is your dream car?"
Yo, that's a good one.
I know what yours
He
is.
has a
I
couple
think.
good ones.
What?
I'm not a big car guy
You
myself.
like
I got
SUVs?
a few more. My dream car.
It's like a Porsche SUV or something like that.
This is a
Lamborghini
tough-
SUV.
This is a tough question because I never had a dream car.
Yeah, I'm not a big car guy.
But recently, like, obviously, I drive a Grand Cherokee, if y'all don't know, and I love the Grand Cherokee, and I've
If
been
you see
looking.
a red Grand Cherokee in Frisco honk twice, it's probably Tanner.
Yeah, but I love Grand Cherokee. I definitely I love the all black with the black rims, black trim around with the red brakes. I love the all black trim with the rhino gray. That is bad. That is so good.
That's another memory.
But I'd say my yeah, we can't
What?
mention that. I'd say my dream car
Do you know about that?
would probably be.
I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
Whatever. It has to do with his car and me.
Yeah, with like the lights and like when y'all messed it up and left it in the front yard.
Yeah.
I'd say my dream car though would be. I never really had a dream car, but obviously like a pretty sick car. Where I've always like seen that Rolls Royces are like if you're very like successful or wealthy, whatever.
Yeah, that's not
that
really
you have
flash at that point. It's just class.
Yeah, it's just like I think it's more like cooler and also like sick and like whatever, but definitely also like an SUV like Lamborghini,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
Lamborghini
he's a
truck.
big SUV guy.
a Urus. That would
What
be
about you?
sick.
Me?
I've been in one.
Really?
Yes.
With who? Who's the nicest car to Dallas, by the way?
Nice car FC Dallas. Tiago Santos just bought an Audi.
Yeah, I think
Well,
Brian posted on a story.
An
right?
Audi SUV. I would say
Is it like
Well-
Dante's studs?
no, it's way nicer than that. Brian Acosta, he has the all black Grand Cherokee, so I love that car. I think that's the best car. Matt just has a cool,
Mustang.
yeah, like he pimped it out kind of. Fafa has a really nice Mercedes, but Reto has a really nice Audi or BMW. He's BMW, I think. or no, he has an Audi or BMW. I'm not sure, but they all have SUVs. But then you have, I'd say, like the most well-known car. Like if anyone saw it, they would be like, "That's the best one." Is Jesse has the G wagon, all black.
Really?
That's
I know
awesome.
that. Yeah. He's switching cars.
No.
His is pimped out. I think it's his wife's, but I think
My dream car would be a Ford Raptor.
Alright, yeah, you don't have to explain. And my dream car, I'm not a big car guy, like I said, but my dream car would probably like a Lamborghini truck. Yeah, like that. Or like a BMW i8. Space coupe.
Oh.
Harper Simmons, shout out Harper. The ex-teammate, class guy. Hope you're doing good at East Central. He said, who other than Cameron Lacey are your idols?
That's terrible.
Cameron Lacey is not my idol.
Not even close.
His TikToks get me motivated.
His TikTok training sessions do get me motivated. I always like him when I see
Get
him.
me motivated.
I've never seen one.
I don't like him.
You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh.
Show
You're
it
gonna
to
laugh.
him.
I gotta show you. Alright, but
I don't like them.
who are your soccer idols though? Or just in general idols. We don't have to go soccer.
Is it say
necessarily.
who else is your idols?
Yeah.
Tanner Tessman, the pro. Johan Gomez, the Porto pro.
I look up to Roberto Firmino.
Jeez, he's so cold.
He's disgusting.
He's so cold. I would say, I don't really have an idol.
Shout out Cam, grinding.
We could have a whole episode just on Cam
You know
stories.
we played.
Facts.
Honestly.
Yo, but who do you look up to in general?
Phil Jones. I don't know why. But I always saw him playing for United. I had his jersey. I like Phil Jones.
I couldn't really say I look up to anybody in particular.
I tried.
But I'd say definitely different people's stories that motivate me to really see the big picture, like Inky Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Not even like,
I
it
really
doesn't
like
have to be
Johnson.
soccer players, obviously, Inky Johnson, football player. But I mean, obviously Michael Jordan's mentality is different.
Kobe's mentality.
Even D Rose, like just his story and how he always fights back and then score 50. D Rose is really inspirational. But I wouldn't really say I look up to any in particular player.
Next question.
From Eddie_N10. What kind of drills do y'all do to get better?
Go ahead, next one first. I mean, do you do any extra work besides just like normal training?
Yeah.
No,
Hit
I'm
long balls.
Dude, I'm actually
Joke.
class of long balls. Whenever we go
Joke.
walking around, I'll show you where I'm class. I'm class of long balls now. But I worked on
They're
it.
more like medium balls.
No, they're good, bro. I can hit a
They're
long
like
ball.
medium balls.
You haven't seen me hit a long ball in forever, probably.
Jay, can you hit it from one side of the sideline to the other sideline?
Yes.
Really?
Eddie
Yeah,
N10,
without
DM me, and I can give you a more in-depth answer to that for sure. But
Definitely
I think
since quarantine,
I lift.
we've been upping our drills game.
I juggle off a wall a lot and dribble a tennis ball around the house.
yo, a good page to follow if you want. I don't necessarily do them all the time, but become_elite. He has a lot of good drills that I follow, so you should go. Shout out to him.
I would also just say, find a strength coach, find a skills coach, find a coach that can help you get better in the aspect you need to get better. Because we're all not perfect. Us three right here, we all have stuff to work on, and that's one thing that we do is we go find that help so we can get better, so we can become the player we need to be. It's not bad to point out the parts of the game where you're not best in. That's what we've all been humbled by that, and we've been working on those. So definitely just got to humble yourself and go get better.
Well, if you don't do that, you're not gonna get better. You know what I mean? If you
We
wanna
can
do
get
it
better
yourself.
at some things. Like you need to grow, but you can't do that.
That's too soon, bro. That's what Mike even told me.
Alright.
That's too small.
Bailey Crawford, Abby's sister.
I'm kind of tall now. I
Shout out
grew
to
a
you.
little bit.
You're the best. I love you. You know I have a lot of love for you. You asked, what was our favorite place we've ever traveled?
Yo, that's tough.
That is tough.
I already know my answer, but
Porto. For me, Porto is a beautiful city.
let's just name where all we've been
Yeah, I was gonna
in
say
the
that.
country. That'd be a
Where
cooler
we're at.
answer than say your favorite. So where have you been?
In the country?
I was gonna
No,
say
everywhere.
with us, like
Everywhere.
as a
That-
group-
that
as
takes
group
forever, I
trips.
think.
Like I hated
Forever. Not
That-
every city. I'm
Remember
talking
that
about
last trip to
abroad.
Mexico?
And then like obviously we've been in totally.
So you want me to go first? Have you ever been abroad, like Europe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you went to the.
Oh, England.
IDC.
You went to England. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that was.
That was
I was in
Argentina.
Argentina. But
Still
I went
out
to
of the
England
country.
with my club team.
All right, I'll go first. I'll just zoom through this so we don't.
In
waste too much time.
Sweden.
Yeah.
In Italy.
This year I've been to Portugal, Germany, Italy, Slovenia, Latvia, and that's in Europe. And then we went to Qatar with FC Dallas, Mexico, obviously, Costa Rica, Colombia, Canada, and that's it.
Yo, my favorite trip with us together was whenever it was my first trip to Mexico and Jenna was with me, and Sebas got the rat.
Oh,
that was
there.
crazy. I was there.
I thought we went to.
No, I was
No,
not.
Tanner was.
That was the year
I was
before
there.
that.
And all
Yeah.
the older guys were there, man, and kept. Anyway,
Where have all you been, Jed?
Argentina, England, Germany, Sweden, and Italy, and Mexico. Obviously, we all been.
What's your
Mexico.
favorite?
Canada. We went to Canada, Toronto.
What's your favorite?
My favorite, Sweden, bro. I don't know about the soccer, but like Sweden's a nice place, man.
I went to Switzerland too. Switzerland was nice. Yeah.
Sweden's a nice place.
Go ahead.
Probably live there.
I've been to a bunch of islands down in the down there. A bunch of islands, can't even name them. Been to Canada, Mexico, Costa Rica, Argentina, Slovenia, Austria-Hungary. Because you went to Austria-Hungary
Spent
too.
like 80
We played in
bucks on
Austria.
shorts in
Okay.
Canada.
And then I've been to England.
Yeah.
I'd definitely say England, London is the dopest city I've been to. But
You liked it?
yes.
He has to think like that.
No, I didn't. Definitely England though. England's dope, but I would
Did you
definitely.
not go there?
I don't like
I would definitely say. I'd definitely say Canada too. I like going to Canada with my boy David. Shout out David. That was a fun trip.
6.
I didn't really like Argentina to be honest.
Nah,
It's like the same as.
It is the same as Mexico, but more dangerous.
Yeah, I didn't really like
A
Argentina.
bit more dirty.
But we did go to the beach. Costa Rica is really pretty, but we kind of were in a bad area, so.
I'm gonna run through these. A lot of shout out Mexican fans. I'm Mexican American. If y'all didn't know, they asked me a lot of good questions. So, who's my Mexican idol? From Juan PGR07. I looked for Raúl Jiménez a lot. We play the same position. Played in Portugal as well. What I play for Mexico? Right now my focus is on US.
Oh, dude, I gotta FaceTime this girl.
Yeah, a
So
lot of
good
people.
on
Shout
camera?
out. It's me and IG. JP119. Y'all asked me if I would play with Mexico. Yes, but right now, like I said, with America, Chicharito Jimenez. I always look at Chicharito, but Raúl is much better now, so I look up to him way more, and that's about it. But so what teams do we support from Now Spire? Oh, that's an honorary ChumChat member. All right.
Now
yeah,
Spire.
Niles Spire.
G.
Shout
You're
out
the boy.
to you. He asked what teams do we support?
United.
Liverpool.
FC Porto. I'm a big Porto fan.
No, you're not.
But besides that, I support.
No, you're not.
I
bro.
support Real Madrid as well.
Real Madrid. They're having
Should
a
I FaceTime
terrible
this girl on
season, aren't
camera?
they? They're so happy quarantine happened.
She can wait.
Alright, I think
I think the episode is done.
Yeah.
one more to end on
We
a
got
good
another
one because
question.
that was a sorry one.
Dang it.
That was a sorry one. We can end on a good one. Oh, fades by Vic. If you ever come to H, I want you to get a fade by me. We'd all get faded by fades by Vic.
No,
Not Taylor. I would get faded by you. I need a fade right now, so come up to Dallas and I got you.
I'm growing mine up.
So last one
That's
is
how long my hair is.
Yeah, that shit looks weird.
What?
last one from Lily Anderson as well. What has been the best or worst thing about quarantine?
Best thing is I get to go to the ranch every weekend.
Tanner, best thing.
Best thing
You
is.
gotta get out there. Y'all gotta get out there.
I would just say best thing is like being able to work on certain things you want to in soccer.
Yeah.
And then also just like kind of picking up some new skills, like learn how to cook a little better. Maybe like I wouldn't say right now I'm obviously not doing it, but like I pimped out my apartment a little bit, like cleaned it up a little bit how I wanted to. Kind of have some time to do that. Just kind of doing little things. Definitely one of the coolest things is being able to online shop like all day. You know, that's pretty cool. But some
What?
negatives are just like
I ain't got money for that.
Anyway.
Jett spends his money on tattoos.
The best thing for me is, like Tanner said, working on new things, working on new skills, getting better at stuff we're weak at. It's a clean slate for everyone, so everyone is going to show who's been working, who's not when we come out of this. So, I mean,
Right.
you should grind for sure. But and so that's what I think is the best thing, spending more time with family. Obviously, I'm here from Portugal, so that's a big plus, and friends. Worst thing.
I'll say worst is just being away from like the game, you know, because it's all good and fun to go out and kick a ball with like maybe one or two people, but there's nothing like playing like even just a rondo. Like those are so fun to me, and just being like able to combine with players and different things, and I miss that the most. And definitely family. I'm not with my family now, so by now I'd probably see them 2 or 3 times just with games and different things going on and then visiting. So kind of a bummer, but definitely just missing the squad, the team. It's tough not being with them, training every day. So.
Worst thing.
Yeah.
Judd has no. We're gonna let Judd not answer this. Judd has nothing to say.
All right, I'll go.
Judd has
What
nothing
would
to
it
say.
be in Clemson where I can't be on the team?
Exactly, you have nothing to say.
Worst thing for me would probably be, like Tanner said, being away from the game, just not being able to play, not being able to have like full access to do stuff. Like, even I'm here with them, but we can't like really go out or do anything. So yeah, just that'd probably be the worst thing for me. But yeah, I think there's a lot of positives that come out of it. It's just you have to look at the glass half full instead of half empty, and just go from there. But I think
I missed the game too.
Genius.
I did. I missed the game.
And I think that's a wrap for us. So we're gonna go ahead and do the outro. Who wants to do the outro?
Thank you guys so much for watching. You know, we had a lot of questions, so it's a bit longer episode. So thank you for watching to the end. Road to 200 subscribers on YouTube and road to 300 followers on Instagram. We got merch coming out soon.
Yes, sir. Very soon.
T-shirts are coming out, so we'll let you know. Make sure you watch our Instagram for updates and stuff like that.
We'll be doing giveaways for sure.
Giveaways for sure, and just happy to be back with the boys. Finally, been a long time. So
y'all
thanks for
been waiting to
watching.
see us, yeah.
And,
I'd just like to end it with, I'm glad that we got through quarantine together. It's coming to an end, so normal lives will be back. So just keep it positive. Happy to be back doing things that we usually couldn't do due to quarantine. So I'm happy we're getting out of this. So stay strong. Keep doing well social distancing. While you got time, give us a like, subscribe, follow us on the gram.
All right, go find your success.
So sign. Forget that.